SCCM का है लेकिन कोई पूछता नहीं है तुमने
नहीं
SCCM का
पूछता ना।
सर्टिफिकेशन किया है या नहीं। इंट्यून का पूछ
तो
लेते हैं, लेकिन करंटली मैंने देखा है कोई जॉब रिक्वायरमेंट में सर्टिफाइड मांग नहीं रहा है इंट्यून में भी।
तो ऐसा रिक्वायर्ड नहीं है ना, कंपलसरी।
हाँ, लेकिन कुछ प्रोजेक्ट्स होते हैं जहाँ पे सर्टिफाइड इंजीनियर्स क्लाइंट मांग लेता है तो वहाँ पर रिक्वायरमेंट हो जाती है, वरना एज सच SCCM का तो मुझसे आज तक किसी ने मांगा नहीं। हालांकि मैं करने
समझा।
वाला था, लेकिन जब
क्या
मैं
है
करने
सर्टिफिकेशन का नाम?
जब तो SCCM करके ही कुछ था, कुछ नंबर होता है।
कॉन्फ़िगरेशन मैनेजर कुछ है क्या?
हाँ, तब वो क्या हुआ फिर वो वाला सर्टिफिकेशन बंद हो गया था, मतलब उसको
समझा।
डेप्रिकेट कर दिया था। नया वाला उसमें लिखा था कि नया वाला आएगा, फिर नया वाला आया
हम्म।
था, लेकिन फिर मैंने वो किया ही नहीं।
कूल देन। सो लास्ट टाइम का एक रिवीजन मैं बता देता हूँ।
हम्म।
हमने पैकेज क्रिएशन किया था, तो क्रिएट, डिस्ट्रीब्यूट एंड डिप्लॉय,
हम्म।
ये तीन चीज़ किया था उसमें। जो पैकेज फीचर है उसमें हम लोग ने बेसिकली एक पैकेज क्रिएट किया। उसका जो फ्लो था वो था कि पॉलिसी एजेंट, देन कैश इवैल्यूएशन लॉग, क्या कैश,
पॉलिसी
सीटीएम,
इवैल्यूएशन।
कंटेंट ट्रांसफर, कंटेंट ट्रांसफर मैनेजर, राइट, सीटीएम।
कैश,
ओके, तो
CTM, DTS।
कैश या डीटीएस जो बिट में डाउनलोड करता है, फिर लोकेशन सर्विस, वो वर्कफ्लो था। और जब एग्जीक्यूशन के टाइम सीसीएम डॉट ई एक्स ई, सीसीएम एग्जैक्ट डॉट ई एक्स ई एग्जीक्यूट करता है। सो
एग्जैक
बेसिकली
MGR।
एग्जैक्ट एमजीआर या सीसीएम एग्जैक्ट कुछ है ना,
नहीं,
कि
एग्जैक
एग्जैक्ट है।
MGR ये।
ओके, मैंने ये लिखा था, एग्जैक्ट
वो फ्लो वाली
एमजीआर।
मैंने शीट भेजी थी ना, उसको रेफर कर लेना।
परफेक्ट। तो फ्लो देके हमने फिर ट्रबल शूटिंग का, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन पॉइंट, डीपी नॉट। तो ट्रबल शूटिंग दो सिनारियो मैंने लिखा है। एक सिनारियो हो सकता है कि डीपी में इश्यू रहेगा, डाउनलोड नहीं होता है, तो फिर लोकेशन देखना पड़ता है डीपी का। एंड फिर डिवाइस कलेक्शंस हम लोग ने किए थे, पैकेज क्रिएशन, स्टैंडर्ड प्रोग्राम। तीन तीन फीचर्स है ना, स्टैंडर्ड है एक है, एंड दूसरा दो फीचर्स है।
एक स्टैंडर्ड है,
एक
एक
इज
नो
प्रोग्राम फॉर
प्रोग्राम है,
डिवाइस
और
एंड
एक
डू नॉट
प्रोग्राम फॉर
क्रिएट
मोबाइल
प्रोग्राम,
डिवाइस।
ये तीन है। तो प्रोग्राम फॉर डिवाइस एक्चुअली मोबाइल डिवाइसेस के लिए होता है, राइट।
हम्म।
डू नॉट क्रिएट प्रोग्राम, इट डजंट टेक द कमांड लाइंस।
हम्म।
वो था। फिर डी आई एस टी एम जी आर लॉग, कंटेंट स्टेटस दिखता है, सर्च फॉर पैकेज आईडी, सिग्नेचर एंड, ओके। सो ये सब पैकेज आईडी के यूनिक वैल्यू से ट्रेस होता है, राइट।
हाँ, पैकेज का ट्रेस कर सकते हैं।
या,
एप्लीकेशन का देखेंगे आज ट्रेस करके।
ठीक है।
तो
होप
मैं
मैंने सब राइट लिखा है कि
हाँ,
कुछ
बाकी
था।
तुम इसको थोड़ा सा रिफ्रेश कर लेना। मैंने इसमें जो ये फ्लो है ना, ये
हम्म।
पूरा पैकेज वाला लिखा हुआ भी है, जो मैंने एक फ्लो वाला वो भेजा है ना, उसमें लिखा हुआ है।
ओके, मैं वो एक स्टडी कर लेता हूँ।
उसमें वैसा जो फ्लो है वो लिखा है, तो उसको एक बार रेफर कर लेना। वही फ्लो है पूरा, ऐसे इंटरव्यू वगैरह में बता सकते हो आप।
ओके।
तो अभी एक एप्लीकेशन क्रिएट करते हैं, उसके बाद उसको डिप्लॉय करके इंस्टॉल करेंगे। ठीक है। एप्लीकेशन और पैकेज में डिफरेंस क्या है? एप्लीकेशन इज
एप्लीकेशन में एक एडवांटेज है कि डिटेक्शन रूल होता है, जो पैकेज में नहीं होता है, तो उससे कंप्लायंस देखता है। और सेकंड है कि एक बिहेवियर टैब भी होता है, जहाँ पे अगर एप्लीकेशन रनिंग है तो फिर एससीसीएम वो डिटेक्ट कर लेता है एप्लीकेशन टैब से। बट पैकेज मॉडल में ऐसा कुछ है नहीं। ये दो मुझे पता है।
हाँ, एप्लीकेशन में थोड़े से बस ऑप्शंस ज़्यादा हैं। एप्लीकेशन और पैकेज का यूज़, मतलब पैकेज का भी अपना एक यूज़ है। जैसे हमें कोई रजिस्ट्री डिप्लॉय करनी
हम्म।
है ना, और सिर्फ हमें डिप्लॉय करना है, हमें कोई डिटेक्शन नहीं देखना है उसका।
हम्म।
कुछ चीज़ें ऐसी होती हैं, मतलब अगर जैसे हमें कोई ऐसा हो जाता है कहीं इंफ्रा में कि हमें कोई रजिस्ट्री सिर्फ डिलीट करनी है सब मशीन्स पे से।
समझो।
कोई एप्लीकेशन मान लो बहुत पुरानी थी, और That application, new application is facing some issue due to that old one. So
Hmm.
some machines which had very old version, they're not
Hmm.
coming to the new version because some of the registry is creating some issue. So हमें क्या
Hmm.
करना है, अगर जैसे वो रजिस्ट्री पूरा डिलीट करना है तो वी कैन डू इट विद अ पैकेज. सो सिंपली
गॉट
एक
इट।
रजिस्ट्री होगी, वो डिप्लॉय हो जाएगी. डिटेक्शन कुछ नहीं है, पैकेज रन हुआ मतलब रजिस्ट्री डिलीट होगी होगी. अगर डिटेक्शन फिर लगाना है तो उसमें कोई एक और स्क्रिप्ट लगानी पड़ेगी जो एक डिटेक्शन या तो क्रिएट करेगी, या तो कोई रजिस्ट्री क्रिएट.
रजिस्ट्री वैल्यू को डालना
हाँ,
पड़ेगा।
क्रिएट करवा लो, कुछ फ़ोल्डर, कोई फ़ाइल क्रिएट करेगी, जिससे हम डिटेक्शन डिटेक्ट कर सकते हैं. अगर कई बार ऐसा भी होता है कि वो फ़ाइल वो रजिस्टर डिलीट नहीं हुई, लेकिन जो डिटेक्शन था वो क्रिएट हो गया और
हाँ।
फ़ॉल्सली डिटेक्ट हो गया कि रजिस्टर डिलीट हो गई. ऐसा भी
गॉट इट।
होता है कई केसेज़ में. तो
समझो।
वो फिर टेस्टिंग है कि उसी के थ्रू होता है. तो ऐसे सिनेरियोज़ आ जाते हैं कभी-कभी. लेकिन जहाँ पे टेंशन नहीं है डिटेक्शन का, वहाँ पे हम पैकेज यूज़ कर सकते हैं. पैकेज थोड़ा लाइट भी होता है और बैंडविड्थ भी कम ही लेता है, और ऑप्शंस कस्टमाइज़ेशन एप्लीकेशन में ज़्यादा होती है. तो पैकेज के भी अपने एडवांटेजेस हैं. बाकी एप्लीकेशन में जैसे तुमने बताया डिटेक्शन, वी हैव
हुँ।
एरर कोड्स इसमें ज़्यादा होते हैं. इसको ट्रबल
हुँ।
शूट करने के एडिशनल लॉग्स भी होते हैं, वो मैं बताऊंगा अभी फ्लो में. ठीक है, तो पहले एक एप्लीकेशन क्रिएट करते हैं सॉफ्टवेयर लाइब्रेरी में. अ, एक वो कुछ एमएसआई, एक वो कर लो डाउनलोड.
सेम। ओके, दूसरा कुछ लेते हैं।
वीएलसी मीडिया प्लेयर का कर लो एमएसआई.
ये एमएसआई देगा?
है इसका एमएसआई.
ईएक्सी है। चलेगा ना, इसका साइलेंट कमांड रहेगा तो पैकेज बना सकते हैं कि एमएसआई चाहिए?
मुझे कमांड लाइंस का नहीं पता है, कमांड लाइंस क्योंकि फिर ढूंढनी पड़ती है. एमएसआई थोड़ा सिंपल होता है.
तो फायरफॉक्स ले लेते हैं ना।
फायरफॉक्स ले लो.
डन।
ठीक है, इसको शिफ्ट कर लो वहाँ पे. शेयर्ड फोल्डर हमने बनाया था जहाँ पे उसका EXE रखा था एक और. हाँ, इसके अंदर डाल दो इसको, सॉफ्टवेयर पैकेज के अंदर.
सॉफ्टवेयर पैकेज या।
एक फोल्डर बना के डालना, फिर ये ना जब एक कंटेंट लाइब्रेरी का टॉपिक है, ये उसको फिर मर्ज कर देता है, मैंने ये देखा है ज़्यादातर.
हाँ, 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 समझ गया मैं। तो डाउनलोड के टाइम ये भी ले लेता है वो।
हाँ, उसको ये लगता है कि ये पूरा एक ही पैकेज है 2 MSI का.
हाँ, एग्री एग्री।
ठीक है, सॉफ्टवेयर हो गया मोजिला फायरफॉक्स, इसका लोकेशन कॉपी कर लेना। क्रिएट एप्लीकेशन। ये अब there will be two options, right? Automatic and manual. So
हम्म
automatic will, it will automatically detect the command line from MSI. Simple, very simple it will be. It will get some information about this and that's it. So you can,
हम्म
if you want more customization, then go for manual. So you can create one last मतलब खुद से एक बार ट्राई करके देख लेना. It will be very simple, just few clicks and it will create. We are
अच्छा,
doing it
अभी ऑटोमेटिक
manually.
करते हैं।
नहीं, अभी मैनुअली करते हैं, ऑटोमेटिक में कुछ नहीं है, बस 2 क्लिक करेंगे बन जाएगा। ठीक है, मैनुअल में ज़्यादा ऑप्शंस हैं एंड इट विल गिव सम मोर कस्टमाइजेशन। ठीक है, सो लेट्स गिव इट अ नेम। ठीक है, वर्जन पब्लिशर यू कैन डिफाइन इफ यू वांट एंड देन यू कैन क्लिक ऑन नेक्स्ट। लैंग्वेज विल कीप द सेम एंड नेक्स्ट। सो यहाँ पे ये थोड़े कॉन्फ़िगर ऑप्शंस वी कैन कस्टमाइज इट हियर, सो क्लिक ऑन ऐड।
ओके।
Okay, type is MSI, that is fine. Yeah, here also manual option. Next, give it a name.
बस है ये।
Hmm. So content location now it is asking. Browse. Okay, so it picked that particular MSI and the command line. Okay,
हम्म
so we can do the same with the script also. Like if there is any in this folder, if there is any PowerShell or any script for uninstall or install, we can choose that particular script.
ओके।
So how you are doing in your organization this
व्हाट इज दिस डिफरेंस स्टार्टर एंड प्रोग्राम?
installation start in program, specify the command used to install this content. Installation start in uninstall start in. I think this is something new into 2403 version. I will check it because there was
गुड।
used to be only one version installation option, that is the program and the command line.
कुछ
I
नया
will
है
check
इसमें।
it. I think this version has something new. Installation start in. Okay, I will check this. So for command line, as I was saying, you can either use some scripts like
बैच फाइल
yeah,
वो
batch
शायद।
file. It can be, or it can be a PowerShell.
या
Or
एग्री।
so, like in my environment, packaging team provide us the same file, so it
हम्म।
can do uninstall and install both. So if uninstall is triggered, the same file will execute the same
गॉट
command
इट।
line for uninstall. So they must be using something, some tools to create it, but you can use different files also. So yes, MSI X means uninstall, right?
या
So Same way, like you can create one. This is this command will work with the CMD also, command prompt also, right?
Got it.
So we can create one notepad file, then rename it as a same
Batch
file. We
file.
can, yeah, we can rename it as a batch file. We can select that file.
Yeah.
Echo off means,
Echo, if you do echo on us, so when we run this in CMD, you will get this command. So you can see this command, and echo off means it will run the
silently.
command line in CMD silently.
Okay.
Yeah. So when during troubleshooting, we just update this to on so that we can see what all command line it is being executed. That's it.
Okay.
For uninstall also we
Let's do it for install only, and install will use that command.
so what we do is we just give like this cmd.exe like this we give.
Hmm. Okay. So next. Now this is for the detection.
Product
So
code.
yes, MSI will do the MSI and based on the Windows installer. So we can have different, like we can, it can be a file system, it can be based on registry, and it can be a MSI product code. So three detections are there. We can add multiple. So
Hmm.
for file system, we should know some folder like program files, Firefox, Mozilla
Yeah,
Firefox folder may
got
be
it.
created. So we can give that folder as, or the file as, uh, the detection or the registry. Like Mozilla installation will create some registry key. So we can select the
Got it.
Hive
Got it. Yeah.
HKLM and the key which will be created. You can also put the value of the software, like what will be the value of this particular version. If that particular value is found, then it will say that this application is installed. Otherwise, it will
Acha.
not be
Got
able to
it.
find it. So we can have multiple detections also for a single application.
So, what is the standard practice? It should be only one or multiple is
It
good.
it can be multiple. Like uh, this is also basically provided by the packaging team only. First is the MSI product code. They sometimes they provide the MSI code, sometimes they don't. Mostly
Yeah,
they provide is this
registry,
registry keys.
audit registry. Yeah.
Yeah, mostly they provide the registry keys as a detection. But if there is
Have
an
you ever
issue,
used it?
yeah, if there is we can use some script also for detection. So script will run. It will, if that script provides, if that is, if that script provides a positive result, then it will be considered as the install as installed. Like for
Hmm.
example, VB script or PowerShell script, what it will do, it will check the folders, it will check the registry keys, and if it exists on the machine, then it will be detected. If
Okay.
the script is not able to find that particular things that we mentioned in the script, then detection will say that application is not installed.
Cool. I have never used this one.
Yeah, even I have never seen this. Mostly we change with the MSI product code, or
Yeah,
mostly it
got
is
it.
registry keys that is provided by the packaging team. So we mention it here. And if there is any issue with the detection, sometimes application is installed, we can see while testing it is installed but not detected.
Got it.
So if we are able to find something, we uh, you know inform the packaging team that this is what happening. So they change something sometimes in the testing. If not, then we proceed.
Next.
Yeah. So this is user experience, install for user, install for system. So we will do install for system, whether or not user is logged on. Deployment will be normal. Installation time, maximum runtime is 120, so it will try 120 minutes. Keep on retrying. Then it will, if not installed, if it is on loop, then it will say failed.
Okay.
Yeah. Next. Then requirements we can add like Windows 11, Windows 10 based on operating system, based on user also. So if there's any requirement, we can set. It can be a
Mostly
operating system also.
organization use OS now for requirement.
Mostly it is OS, yeah. Windows 10, Windows 11.
Okay. So value is fine.
If value is one of them, it will say it will install. Then dependencies, like if this application needs some dependency
Yeah.
.NET, something like that, then we have to mention that particular application. That dependency application will install first, and then
Hmm. Got it.
next. There is one more option for the supersedence. So if there is an application, we can add the older version. So we
For
can choose.
uninstallation, no?
Yeah, we can choose which this application is superseding which application. So the old application will get uninstalled and the new one will get installed.
Got it.
But that is from the SCCM. But the packaging team already mentioned that if it is a new package, it's a new application, or it's a new
Upgrade one.
version. Oh yeah, if it's an upgrade. So they already mentioned. So if there is a dependency, or if sometimes, very few times, they mention in the doc that supersedence need to be mentioned. So they mention everything actually. The detection also they will mention. They will give us the files, and we create it accordingly. So it is now created, distributed, and then we will deploy. Before deployment, we will discuss the flow. Then after that, we will deploy it and we will check the flow of application. No group is there, so select individual distribution point. So the advantage of group is like you have five group of DPs or two. One is for Europe,
Mm-hmm.
one is for India. Both the
Mm-hmm.
groups have five distribution points. Okay,
Okay.
and you have 200 applications.
Got it.
200 applications for India location. On all the DPs you have 200 applications distributed. Now one of the DP is down, right?
Okay.
And it cannot be
One of the
recovered.
DP. Yeah.
Any location, India or America, any
Mm-hmm.
location, one DP is down. Now you have to recreate it. It completely got damaged and cannot be recovered if it's a physical damage, like
Hmm.
hard disk completely crashed. Okay,
Got it.
so then in that case, what you will do, you will create one new DP will tell them provide your server. Once the server is ready, you will install the DP role on that particular server. And if it is DP, if that DP belongs to India group, just add it to the group. Or if it is
Okay.
from America location, just add it to the American group, and then it will distribute all that content on that particular DP. Otherwise, you
DP
have
group.
to,
Yeah,
yeah, otherwise you have to distribute 200 applications
manually.
again manually one by one. So
So
that
my
is the
question is,
advantage.
this DP group creation, right? It can only happen in server, or we can do it in workstation, Windows 10, Windows 11.
No, DP group is SCCM feature, site server.
No, I mean to say DP. If the DP
DP
is
rule,
down,
yeah, it can be installed on Windows 10 also.
can be installed, no?
Hmm. We
Okay,
can have IIS installed on that Windows 10, and then that Windows 10 can act as a DP.
DP. Acha. For
Hmm.
that we need IIS
Yeah, we
on
need
that.
IIS on that particular Windows 10.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so now the application is created, it is distributed. Check the content status if it is distributed or not. Okay, yeah.
Mm,
So it is distributed now. Once we deploy it, policy will be created for the machine and it will be stored on the SCCM DB. Let's first discuss the flow, then we will deploy it.
okay.
Okay, so once you deploy it, it will be uh, the policy will be stored in this SCCM database, and then from there, this flow will continue. I will share my screen. Uh, yeah, recording is on. So this was for the package for application. This is the flow application. So once you deploy it, the application, that particular policy for the application will get stored in the database. Then we will do, or the machine will do the check for policy every hour, and every 60 minutes it will do. Or we can do it manually with that configuration manager machine policy retrieval cycle. So if you want instantly, you can go on that machine, check for the policy. Once you check for the policy, same thing, policy agent and policy evaluator will come in picture. Policy agent will check for the policies and policy evaluator will evaluate it. Same thing for policy, we will try to track it. Today we'll try to track it with the unique deployment ID for this particular application. We'll try to find if that particular policy is received by the machine or not. We can track it. Okay. So now machine was able to communicate and policy got downloaded. So the first thing it will try to discover it. Okay, if it's an application, the first log or the first component which will do is the application discovery. Now if application is already installed on that machine, for example, user installed Mozilla Firefox online from the internet, he downloaded and installed it. So in that case, this application will go, right? It will do the app discovery. This agent will check if the application is already installed. Okay. If it is already installed, then it will say in the log, we can see this app discovery log that application is already installed, and then it nothing will happen. It will just stop there. Okay. Now if application is not installed, like in our case Mozilla is not installed and we already know it is not installed. So in that case, application app discovery will check for this application if it is installed. It will be based on the same detection that we have mentioned. It will use the same detection and it will check the discovery for that particular application. Now if application is not installed, it will check for the app intent table. App intent table will check the all the evaluation, like if it is for Windows 10 or Windows 11 or not, if there is any dependency for this particular application, if it is a supersedence mentioned or not, like those things it will evaluate it. So evaluation is like, for example, your machine is Windows 11, but your application is for Windows 10, but you deployed it right on. It was not. It is not supposed to be on Windows 11, but somehow in collection, one Windows 10 machine, Windows 11 machine was already there, but the application was only for Windows 10, and we have selected the OS requirement as Windows 10 only. So it will evaluate that this particular application is only for Windows 10 and it will not install on Windows 11. That particular things will be checked in the evaluation part. Dependencies also will be checked if there is any dependency, and that particular dependency is there, it is distributed or not. If the dependency fails, then this particular application will not be able to move forward. Yes, it will. Failure will show in the app enforce, but this will show the if the dependencies are there present or not. It will just evaluate. It is just the evaluation. Okay. Once it is evaluate, everything is okay, right? Then this app enforce, it will try to install it, but for installation, it needs the content, right? Then it will ask the cache to get the content. The cache needs a content, so it will ask the location services to provide from where it can download the content. Location services will have that particular location, or it will send a message because it is creating, it has a cache, so where these things are already installed. But if it is not there, if it's a fresh case, then this will send a message to CCM messaging. That message will go to SCCM, and that then, based on the boundary group, whatever DP we have mentioned there, it will get that location, and that message will come back to CCM messaging and location services. That information will be back to cache. So this is the same flow as we did for the package. Just the difference is these three logs. They are also cache asked for the DP location through location services. CCM messaging provided that message to SCCM, and then that information came back to cache, right? Then cache created jobs, CTM jobs for content transfer manager. CTM created jobs for DTS, and then content got downloaded with bits. Once it is downloaded, DTS will inform CTM. Then CTM, Content Transfer Manager, will inform cache that content is downloaded in this particular location. Then it will be informed to App Enforce. Then that application or the content is downloaded, you can go for the installation. Then App Enforce will perform the installation based on the command line or the script, whatever we have mentioned. Once this is completed, then after installation, app discovery will check for the detection after installation. So if after installation app is detected as per the detections we have mentioned, then it will send a message to SCCM, a status message of this particular application, that application is installed. If the application is installed but not detected, then it will send a message that application got installed but not detected. We can see that in the SCCM also. So if you place the wrong detection, give some random detection, and it will say that application is installed but not detected. If it fails in the app enforce, you will find that it has failed. to install. So if we compare this flow to the package, only these three logs are added. Yeah, app enforced it, but before that, application was evaluated and discovery also happened. But in package, there is nothing, no such case. There is no discovery happening. It will just start the installation. If it already exists, package will become compliant. It will say that it is already installed, but it will try. But in case of application, it will first just try to discover. If it is discover, it will not go to installation. Okay. So there, everything is done by the exec mgr, basically installation only, because it will not try to discover the app package first if it is there or not. It will just install. Yeah, even detection is not there. We can do that by script, but that is, if we have detection, then I think application is the right way. But if there is something which needs to be deployed, there is no detection for that, then package is good. So this is the difference between a package and the application, and this is the flow. Okay, so location services CCM messaging will give the same information. Cache content DTS will give the same information about the jobs and the download the content. Main logs that we need to check here is app intent, app discovery, app enforce, and the also will track the policy. Okay, so let's go back to SCCM and then we will try to find the unique ID. We'll try to trace that particular ID in policy agent, so you can share your screen. Yes, deploy it as available this time. Otherwise, it will go and start the installation. This environment of SCCM is only valid for a month, right? So let's see how many topics we can cover. No, but the subscription for running these machines, these VMs, they are on Azure, right? So we can run these VMs for a month only. Let's see. I think uh yeah, all default, or we can choose. But we only have a one DP, so that's okay. And it was available, right? It was as available deployment. Okay, yeah, then fine. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, machine policy evaluation, and also you can run for application deployment evaluation. Okay, now we can check in software center. Go to options, computer maintenance. I think it already came. Okay, so it's a download size is 63 MB. Click on install. It is now downloading. Already got downloaded very fast, installing right now. Let's check app and force for installation. So it is using that particular install.bat. It says waiting for the process to finish. Is it still installing in the software center? Yeah, it is still installing. It is saying waiting for the process to finish. So it downloaded in C Windows CCM Cache 2 folder, and your command line is also there, install.bat cmd.exe. Post install behavior based on exit code. There is one scope ID, right? Application delivery type. That scope ID will match your application scope ID on the console. So if you go to the SCCM console once, Santosh, can you hear me? Okay, so go to this SCCM console. I think it is stuck. And click on name tab of this particular application. Yes, this one. There will be one CI unique ID. Yeah, CI unique ID. Copy it. Copy it in a notepad. Just select it. Yeah. I think it will copy the complete application in that case. Into just yeah, maybe we let's see, maybe we need to do some changes. It created one more copy for that particular application. So if you see the unique CI unique ID, right? It is different. The one which we deployed is the one which we copied it. The CI, the application after application, it is different. So just from the keyboard, just do the copy, Control C, and paste it in a notepad. So this scope ID, it will be the same, but after application there is one CAD. It copied that particular. Hmm, copied. It will be matching. Is it? Try to find Control F and try to find it. No. Let's see in the policy agent. We'll look for the content ID is also there. Content ID. Hmm. So in policy agent, we can see that scope ID and then this particular ID. That means the policy has been received. If we check with this, because we are able to find that particular CI unique ID. So in like for example, maybe we are checking, but application is not getting visible in the software center. So we are not sure if machine is able to get the policy for that particular application or not. What we can do is we can copy that CI unique ID and try to find it on the machine. So that means the policy is present on the machine. Then we have a content ID. I think content ID, we can find the content ID in the this application app and force. Yes, let's have the content. This is for the policy. Content ID we will find at the bottom part. No, bottom section. Click on the bottom section where it says the collection and the deployment start time. Hmm. Collect content. Package ID is also there. We can, I think we can do with the package ID as well. Select the package ID. Package ID will be only in the policy, I believe. Go to deployment types section. Then from there, try to look for the content ID. Deployment types. Minimize this notepad. Con deployment type. No, so on the same application. Deployment types. Yeah, content ID is already there. So you can, yeah, this one. Yeah, we can copy this. We'll try to find this content ID in after content. Copy this thing and try to locate it in the app and force. Basically already we can see the name, so we can see which application is getting installed, we already know. But in this policy agent, the application will name will not come, it will only show the this id only, ci unique id. But if you open this app and force, the name is already there, right? So we get to know which application is getting installed. It is try to find it. Control F. Yes, Mozilla Firefox. The name is already there. Let's see this ID, the one which we just copied, not matching. It is in a loop. I think it will after 120 minutes. It will say that it is failed. It's getting failed. Okay, let's see the app discovery. We will change it. We will change the detection or the installation of this particular application. So if you see, it is showing Mozilla Firefox. It is saying performing detection of app deployment type, and the name is also there. Mozilla Firefox. Try to look for the IDs, scope ID, which ID? I think the deployment ID, CI unique ID will be able to find. Hmm. Deployment type E6. Name is also there, so we can check with the name as well. But the scope ID will match the CI unique ID of this particular application. So basically, what we need to check is it performed the detection and it says did not detect the app deployment type. Yeah. So it says install will use the content ID, and it mentions the content ID. So it performed the detection, application was not discovered, right? And then it says did not detect the application and installation will occur like that. So if it is already installed on some of the machine, it will say application discovered, it is already installed. Also after the installation, it will say that application is installed and application is discovered, but it is stuck right now. This is app discovery. Let's see application evaluation, app intent yeah. So it also says which application it is evaluating, and it says current state is not installed, applicability is applicable. So if it is for Windows, like if we uncheck the Windows 10 and we leave it for Windows 11, then it will say applicability not applicable and it will not install it. Okay, current state, yeah, applicability is applicable. So it is just evaluating if the application is applicable to this particular machine or not. Current state is non-compliant, like that. Evaluating application policies for a machine. No dependency. The first line says no dependency is mentioned. So it also evaluating the dependencies. So if there is any dependency, it will say that the application, then it will evaluate that particular dependency also. So discovery happened, then evaluation happened, then content downloaded, then it is now installing and it is stuck. So let's change the bat file to the simple command line, and let's see if then we will trigger it again. Hmm. Okay. Now right click on this deployment type, update content. Changes may take some time, so what we will do, we'll delete the deployment and we will redeploy it again. No, go to deployments. So delete this deployment, so it will be automatically cancelled. Okay, now deploy it again. Right click and deploy. That change will also replicate on the machine, but it might take some time. We may have to multiple times do the policy. We have the machine in the same collection, right? Okay. Okay. Now to refresh everything, just go on the machine, restart the SMS agent host service. So the changes are not machine is we made some changes, a lot of changes. Sometimes we do change 3 to 4 times we change the settings and we are testing. So if that change is not particularly happening on the machine, we just simply change or restart the service SMS agent host and it refresh everything. So it will stop if the machine is stuck somewhere, some installation is stuck, then it will stop it because that particular policy doesn't exist now. Okay, now try this. It says installing. Go to this exact app enforce. Let's see. This is discovery. Elevation. This is enforce. So it says reconnecting to existing enforcement. Restarted. Enforcement was complete. Waiting for process to timeout. I think it is still waiting. Do check for policy again. Mhm. And evaluation cycle for the application. नहीं, लॉग तो चलते रहते हैं. Logs is okay. Go to this, but it is still using the same command line to install, right? Executing command line install dot bat. So it should say that exit using command line, then that command line which we just changed. So it is still using the same thing. Okay, do one thing. Go to the C Windows CCM cache 2 folder and delete that folder. So it will download a fresh content. 2 and delete. Yeah, 2. Delete that. If it yeah, try to delete. If it doesn't delete, then we need to stop the service. Stop SMS agent host first. Stop. Then delete that folder CCM cache and try to delete. Try again. Action can it's another program. It is still using it. Okay. Cancel it. Refresh. Refresh from the top services. Maybe there is a button for yeah action also we can try to delete again the second the folder with the CCM cache name too. No, file is open in another program. Okay, cancel it. Start the service. Let's see now in the log file. Maybe it will the that because that deployment doesn't exist now. It should pick the new deployment that we just deployed it again, and then it will say that using because it is still you cannot see in the log file that it is using which command line. It is still using the same, but that is the old update, so we are not getting the new one. Logs, it they keep on updating, so check for policy again and the app evaluation. It might take some time, but changes will occur. Check the collection. The machine is in the same collection, right? Let's see the deployment. Package deployment 01 available. Right click on this, go to the properties, deployment settings, make it as required. Now we have I think for required also we have to delete and do it again. For patches we can for some deployment we can change it, but I think for application we cannot. Now it is not there. So that particular application has been removed. Now it should pick up the new one. Check that collection again. Machine, is it there? Right click on the deployment, go to collection. Collection. one machine is there. Right click, show members. Okay, machine is there. So it will pick that particular, because that deployment is now deleted, we cannot see. So it will pick the new one. Then it will try to install it, and hopefully this time it will be installed. Try to refresh the policy again. If it take more time, then I think we need to restart the machine once. Hmm. Or just simply restart this machine, the complete VM. Then it will pick the new deployment, because the old one has been removed from the software center. Maybe this is the reason it is now stuck. Restart it. So these are some different options we can do. We can restart the service, we can redeploy it if the changes are not implementing. If, like, right now it is stuck, old deployment is not there, new deployment we cannot see, we can restart the service, SMS agent who's try to look for the policy, and if nothing is working we can perform one restart of the client. Try to look for the policy in the software center. I think it will come automatically after restart. Policies usually come. Go to go to options and try to sync the policy from here. Computer maintenance, sync. Check that box, automatically install and install required software. Restart the computer outside maintenance window. It will do the same thing. It will check for the policies. Go to policy agent. Policy agent log. Deletion and redeployment. No new. It says no new assignment for a machine. Why is it saying no new assignment? It may take some time. Just do the policy check again, but policy should come. Keep it running for few minutes. Maybe it will. The policy will come in few minutes. In that case, if the policy is not coming, the same thing we can do. Either we can wait or we can check for the policy, or we can see if it is put. We have I mean push or deployed it on the right collection. So it is there on the collection. Go to SCCM once. Go to application, deployments. Right click on the deployment. No, no, no. Right click on the collection. I mean, we need to look for one tab. Right click on, no, on the same section. Uh, Same section. Click on the title collection deployments at the bottom. Deployments. Yeah. Right click on it. Is there any deployment? There is a deployment, unique deployment ID. If you can go down, there should be some unique deployment ID. No. Let's select that deployment ID. Select it. Deployment ID. Copy it. Select and copy. Try to look for this particular deployment ID in the policy agent. Only those in brackets. The one which is in brackets. Try to look that in the policy agent of the machine. No. I'm not sure if that particular thing comes in or not, but sometimes it happens. Policies are stuck and then we have to leave it for a while, and it may come. It will come, but it will take some time. Go to software center once. in Software Center. Package deployment also should be there. Package is also not there, right? Package also we deployed on the same collection, but it came. First time it came. Right now, not. That's okay. Uh, yeah, we will leave it, or you can. Yeah, you can check. You can check tomorrow, but the flow and the logs will be the same. It will come in my lab also. It happens that same day it doesn't, but when I was doing something, then suddenly old application appears. Hmm. Yeah, we will see tomorrow if it, because once it got the deployment, then it should not be a configuration issue. But we will check it tomorrow if it still doesn't appear.